I'm fine, but you can't be yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that? You nearly broke your neck, Addie.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Falling's kind of fun. It's like really short flying.
True. If we could fly forever, we would do it. But I don't know if we can blame her for yelling in my ear. She only yelled it when I fell. So, we got that going for me. Alright, let's try again.
Please, be careful.
I'll try, but I'm very
This
bad
is
at
so
balancing.
cool.
Quiet, please.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe.
What do you mean? I don't know what. I don't.
You're still not helping.
How do I balance? I'll break my leg. The game's gonna be over.
Oh boy.
Easy, Addie. Concentrate on your breathing. Very good.
I need to
Now
tap
keep
it.
walking forward. I can't watch.
Mom, that's what we're calling? Jesus. Gotta get away from these AI.
I knew you could do it.
You should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
It'd be faster too.
Pal, you're onto something.
Looks pretty empty. Maybe the rooms were for short work contracts.
2-week work contracts?
Or were people just visiting the spire?
I don't like circle beds, if I'm totally honest.
This looks like a shrine.
To honor Grace.
That looks like her symbol.
Gotta stop honoring robots, guys. Yeah, but I might like a circle if it had this backboard here, because when I'm sleeping, I want there to be like a solid surface right behind me. A bathroom.
Some weird little lavatory.
They've changed much over the years.
Not really. I've seen weirder. I've seen ones where people sat on ceramic bowls of water.
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink?
Water. It's disgusting. It tastes like rocks, but it is what it is.
Well, check out the rooms, I guess. Look for a way to the next level?
Haha, logic. I'm in here.
You still don't know whoever it is, do you?
No. Logic's being a little shit.
I light up the pattern for you.
Another empty bedroom. People sat or knelt here.
This was a place for meditation.
Lame. I hate meditating. I am not a calm person. I need chaos in my life. Ooh,
Where did these go to?
This entire settlement is connected to a vacuum tube system. From what I can tell, they are headed in one direction. The top of the spire.
the wishes of humans.
Here's the code.
Easy peasy. Never lost before in my life.
Not much here either.
What are these? Gas tanks?
Travel packs.
So visitors brought in their own food.
They really didn't stay for long then. It's like they were on pilgrimages. Someone's made off with the mattress?
As a souvenir, maybe.
That'd be one hell of a souvenir to carry around.
Here we go.
I'm probably gonna do very little editing when it comes to these videos. So if you guys are watching and you're just like, sure is a lot of walking, I am sorry. Honestly, what I do when I'm watching videos like this and I'm just like, this is a little long, I just tap the right button, skip the next 10 seconds, because our algorithm doesn't necessarily change as long as you keep watching. So we will still, it'll still show you as watching all of our video, and we're like, yay, they liked it.
We still have one level to go.
Hey, there's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
That's true. I do enjoy exploring.
I guess if you don't want to do the beam stuff, that's okay.
Pal,
Here's the code.
shush. Said that wrong. Why was this one so much harder?
I don't see any signs of unrest or violence.
And they left little behind.
Yeah. Ooh, a tube.
What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
Here's another one.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister.
It's a boy.
You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Okay.
With a ball.
Hey, Grace. So I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person on the flight here, and the only Darksider, which was a bit of a surprise.
What does that mean?
My friends are still sending me halos on what to wish for, mostly stupid suggestions. And my parents made me promise to not waste it on something boyfriend-related, which I agree would also be stupid. So, here it goes. I wish for the lunar terraform to be finished. We're lucky enough to be in the dome, but thousands of kids are still stuck in the tunnels, and their families don't have enough money to take Earth trips. So they've never really been in a space wider than 3 meters without a pea suit, which really sucks. So, whatever you can do to make that happen would be great. Thanks, Grace.
I'd hate to tell her, but the terraform never happened. People came here to make wishes?
For Grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
Huh. Discover first wish. There's gonna be more.
All the rooms have these tubes.
Probably so they could. Ooh, I was joking when I said to grant wishes. Cool.
So, what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
Here you go.
Boop, boop, bop, beep.
Someone tore this apart.
And took the pieces somewhere.
You're right. That's certainly interesting.
Somebody's pissed. Somebody's eating the wood. It was a beaver. There was a beaver living here. And they took their bed. Ah, jeez. Next floor. Oh, it's very much low. Sprint button.
Someone's removed the keypad. I can't help but feel there's an organized effort to dismantle parts of the spire. Doesn't seem hidden enough to be sabotage. And it's too precise to be random vandalism.
What about Tomb Raiders?
I considered that. But They've left most of the valuable stuff.
What even around here is valuable? You made this? What's it made out of? Copper? Bronze? Hey!
Figure this was left here as a token. Or an offering?
Cool. Either there's mythological beasts or aliens.
Another way up.
Up, away. I have a question about the alien universe.
Oh, I've got one. We can name him Pal Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
So we could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then, if you like.
The alien universe with Sigourney Weaver and all that fun stuff and the xenomorphs. Are there, like, known aliens in that universe? Because they're like, there's alien life forms here. And they're all freaking out about it. And, like, I've never been able to... I can't
This
tell.
is level 3, Addy.
Let's look for evidence of Everett.
Leave in the comments if you know. I've seen the first 2 movies. I was going to watch the third, but when I was watching them, it was like... I finished the first 2, and by the time I was getting ready to watch the third, it was already 4 a.m. And I was just like, I gotta go to bed, or I'm screwed. Because I think it was a work day.
What's the code?
Of course.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own, if she wants.
Yeah, Jack.
Any way of knowing if this was Everett's room?
The records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
Messy bed. Doesn't smell like dust. 2 dreams?
All right.
Hey, Grace. I really don't know why you would choose me. I guess no one really knows why they're called to the spire, but I'm greatly honored. At my age, I thought
Aw.
That's all I can recover from this one.
Sounds like Grace chose who came here.
That explains why Grace arranged all the flights to and from the spire. She was in control of it all.
I'm weak to those types of characters. People who are very grateful for what they're given.
Let's try this one.
Those are the types where I'm like, I need to make your dream come true, please.
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
Never gonna happen. It's a waste of a wish. Don't ask someone else to make your parents proud of you. If they're not proud of you, that's on them, not on you. Unless you're a fuck up. And I don't mean that by you mess up sometimes. Sometimes you purposely mess up as a chaotic being. And if you want to make people proud of you, do things that you think people would be proud of. Starting with yourself. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Here you go.
There we go.
Edward! Where the TV? Okay. Pineapples.
I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms. A list of supplies, maybe.
Or a list of demands.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
Only Grace.
Now you know. What language is this?
They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth.
Or the spire lost power.
Let's see what kind of person was in here.
This is Mark Anthony Wong, and I was called to Grace from Earth Station Phoenix. Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now. People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
That's a little ominous.
From the looks of it, something really bad happened. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 days in, he was doing terror cycles. Which is too long to be stuck in a room this small, which what looks to be zero entertainment. Not even a book. Though I don't know how long a book would survive a couple hundred years in a not so, I don't know, library-esque environment.
Here you go.
Oh shit. Boop, boop, boop. No!
Try again.
You scared me. Boop, 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 boop.
That's it.
Ooh, another wish. Hey, at least this person had a scarf.
Looks like Olympia Mon colors. I guess the team's old enough.
Enough.
Hey, the tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
Keeper Everett.
It sounds like keepers were spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he stayed on after his visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
From what I can tell, the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
Logic? You gonna let us in, considering we know Everett was a keeper?
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Ah, a classic paradox.
Logic.
Fine. If you're done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator.
Or you could uncover more canisters and learn more about the people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
Fuck off, Control. Go back to sleep.
Here you go.
Perfect. Hey, what happened to the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addy.
Not cool, boss. Control?
You'll need to use your helmet,
Ha ha
right?
ha. Stupid.
Unbelievable.
Oh, somebody ate old wood again. There's a beaver in here. The dog.
Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
I believe fear also played a part here.
Let's find out. 2 canisters? Heck yeah.
Logic will open the way to the beacon. You must go to the elevator.
Hold your horses.
He's gonna be so mad at me.
I doubt you'll ever get this message, Grace. We've been waiting weeks now with I hope Keeper Everett is okay. I've been told his sermons are wonderful. And I hope he will be able to deliver the word of grace again soon. Make things work. I'd like you to know that we still love you and think about you. Great comfort to our family over the years. We've all made them for us. With your wisdom, you are missed.
So Grace would receive wishes and then leave people with instruction in the form of sermons. Could that really be all there was to it?
Ideas are powerful. Perhaps just returning with a more enlightened perspective was enough to move society toward common goals.
Highly unlikely. Grace must have had some control over planetary infrastructure, if she was to have had the influence you suspect.
Maybe, maybe not. But she wasn't a god.
Why do you insist on defying me?
I'm starting to enjoy it.
I've been instructed by Grace to make a wish. Not something big and altruistic, not for someone else, but for me. A real, honest wish, my heart's true desire. Honestly, this long flight to the middle of nowhere, months without my family, missing the harvest with a per diem that barely covers expenses for what? Some mystical song and dance that makes us feel like we're somehow part of this robot theocracy. This whole thing, the temple, the hushed tones, the awe that people seem to show this place is ridiculous. My honest wish is to be left alone long enough to actually make some headway on the farm and pull in a decent crop.
It doesn't sound like everyone was happy to come here.
For Grace to understand what made people unhappy was just as important as knowing what made them content.
True, I guess that's one way to figure out if the wishes you have are good or not. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to sound philosophical, but I am not.
Here you go.
Type. Oh boy.
Great.
That was the longest one so far. This one isn't super beat up, and there is a weird portrait.
Someone left a portrait.
So no more art, huh? No, paint. Looks like it's engraving metal.
Come here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons. We talked about this for months. Who we could help. Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you for letting me delay coming here. I want to be true to her memory, her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only wish, the only thought I have, is to have her back. I want her back.
There couldn't have actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
Great. You could go to a therapist for that. You don't have to go to the fucking bumfuck nowhere space.
So I've been thinking a lot, and I feel like, there's been peace for like centuries now, right? But I watch the old Halos, and there's wars, and bad guys, and pirates, and people who need saving, and it's exciting, right? And of course, it's awful, people dying, but I feel like there's no way to, prove yourself, Nothing to fix or protect. Does that make any sense? I just want something, anything at all to happen. I guess that's what I wish for. Not like a war or anything, just something.
So this guy was just bored?
Like me.
I think this was the last room.
It is.
Finally.
All the rooms, all the wishes. That last guy kind of makes sense, honestly. You know how boring it would be if everything was peaceful all the time? And I don't mean we need war, but give me some spice to the life. Go adventure, like 80. Yeah, I guess. I'll be playing D&D probably. I wouldn't actually. I don't care about adventure.
You're looking pretty smug.
What's the pattern?
Logic, don't be a bitch. I love you.
Another easy one. Light the four corners of the pad. You really didn't need my help for this one. It would be a common pattern when guessing symbols.
I have to give you something to do, right? Look at all the vacuum tubes. Must be one in every room in the settlement. Keepers must have been busy.
It's what Grace does with the wishes that should interest us.
Should it? Boop. Some things are so advanced, and then other things are just this big chunky buttons. Get all this leather.
my little game?
You mean the game where you refuse to help us?
I provided you with the opportunity to prove yourself. Is that not why you're here?
I'm an archaeologist. I'm here to do my job.
I don't think Addie enjoys having obstacles placed in the way of her goals.
We have arrived at our destination.
I don't mind objectives and things being in my way, but I do mind when somebody
The Spire pilgrims must have gathered here. To listen to the Keeper's sermons, I guess.
People will return here once the beacon is restored. Flock and shepherd will be reunited.
No! No religious robot man! No! I don't think it's... I do like obstacles in my way. Makes the goal better. But somebody who's supposed to be helping me and I see as an ally being the direct cause? No! Bad logic. It's a big room. It's a super church. They for sure take 20% of your paycheck. What's going on over there? Hello? Jeebus? Climb? No. Let's explore first. Hey, it's the thingies.
Quite the manifesto. I don't recognize the language.
I am embarrassed to say I do not recognize it either.
Well, they were here long enough to get bored.
Were they?
People were clearly sleeping here. They must have dragged this up from the settlement.
One of the missing beds.
Someone went through a lot of food. Guessing they were here for a while.
Judging by bedding and volume of food containers, 5 to 10 people might have been here for over 20 days.
Or one person for a very long time.
Pilgrims were building fires. Why would they do that?
More writing.
Where is Grace? Well, I'm not alone in wondering.
I am here. It is the people who are lost.
It must have been written with charcoal from the fires.
Just ignore him. My boy. Ooh.
Wish canisters.
These have never been used.
For recording wishes, maybe. They look pretty banged up.
They might have used the components inside to try to use for random things. Alright. Let's climb on up. A whole lot of walking around down here. Parkour!
Seems to be holding my weight.
Not for long, probably. And this is where the scary game begins. No? Good. Hello? More graffiti.
More camps. Another stage in the siege. Looks like the numbers really fell off here. Most gave up by now.
Or died?
No bodies yet.
Because there's a vacuum cleaner going around.
Death to Everett. Pretty clear who they blamed.
That's rough.
This must be an attempted barricade. I'm guessing there was a lengthy siege. So, when Grace shut down, the Pilgrims blamed the Keeper. They demanded to see Grace, or thought they could reactivate her. The Keeper turned off the heat. Pilgrims built fires, dug in. They eventually got restless. Wish canisters started flying. As Pilgrims were breaking through the partition, the Keeper and his followers built up a barricade. We'll have to make our way through the barricade to learn how it ended.
Cover the story of the siege.
So the Keeper must have stood here, addressed the visitors, gave his sermons. Can you imagine having the solar system coming to you for answers?
The Keeper was merely a vessel for the word of grace.
Then why not have Grace address them?
There's sometimes more power in what is imagined than in what is seen.
Like modern day religion. Squeeze in. Slowly but surely losing my mind.
Can't make this out.
Why not? Oh, because it's broken.
2766 to 2780. These dates are from the old Julian calendar, which makes them very old.
1,200 years, by all accounts.
This place old.
2780 to 2830. I'm guessing these were the time periods that these keepers served here. Nothing here either.
I hope it's when they served here, because that dude's 12 years old. 50, nothing. Another barricade.
Second barricade. Looks like they got under this one. 2942 to 2956. This would mean keepers were at the spire for at least
444 years.
That sounds about right.
Which one of these is Everett? Does he get a statue? Probably not.
Do we know where this goes?
To a funicular that leads to the next section of the spire.
Oxygen tanks. Everett upped the ante. Cut off life support here.
Oh, Everett was straight up killing.
Long live Grace.
Apparently not.
I mean, you know what, Logic? You're right. Oh, shit.
Hold on, Addy. The room beyond the airlock is uncompressed. I don't believe it can be sealed. Something must have been compromised. You'll want your helmet on.
Activate.
An emergency exit?
For certain. It opens to the moon's surface.
Not going there yet.
What? Why is there one simple door for that?
Only as a last resort, Addy. No, Addy. No, Addy.
Okay, fine.
The tracks ahead lead to the highest point of the spire, known as the lighthouse.
Is that where we'll find Grace's processors?
Obviously.
You need only worry about the beacon, Addie.
Why don't you want me to find Grace? Please start control.
No, Addy.
This doesn't look operational.
Let me try it, Addy.
Okay.
Come on! It's ice again?
The force needed to break through the ice dam would only come from directing all power to control processors.
Which only I can do.
Great.
On one condition.
And what's that?
You shall have no others before me. Cast aside that device on your wrist and continue with me alone.
Whoa, hang on.
No, Addy.
But how will I communicate with you?
Mine is the only voice that resonates freely throughout every aspect of the spire. My words live within the vessel in which you stand now. They reverberate through the very walls of the enclave above. Through the many devices and instruments at my control.
Yep, I got it. You're everywhere.
What if she needs another configuration for something?
She will not.
Is there another way to get to the top?
Of course. The funicular is merely the most survivable option.
Throw the device from the funicular window to take your place at my side.
So if I throw this away, you'll take me to the top.
It will be done.
There must be other options, Addy.
The emergency exit in the airlock may provide an alternative path.
No shot. Fuck.
This door leads out into the storm?
To your certain demise. Yes.
He's being dramatic. Your death is only marginally likely.
In theory, you could follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm?
It's an important decision, to be sure.
Well, let's go.
You must not do this, Addie.
Fuck off,
In
Control.
taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity. Would you deny them my guidance and protection?
This is what can happen when you make ultimatums.
You and your ilk were distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
Yeah. Maybe I would throw away somebody I call Mom.
Sorry, boss. I'm keeping my comm device.
You may not live to regret this, but countless billions in the solar system will.
They will live without Grace if I fail.
The storm is...
Hello? Must be interference from the storm.
Addie,
Alan?
where are you?
Alan!
Right, Alan. I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Addie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen to me.
If I'd listened to you, we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest service to try to bring her back online.
Well, one of these servers is actively blocking me.
I can guess which one.
You need to get back.
Alan? Alan!
You're not considering climbing across that structure, are you?
Do I have a choice?
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time, which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
And boring.
The funicular structure looks faster. And more fun.
Don't tease, Addie. The walk will give you time to think. And perhaps a chance for us to talk.
I would love to do this. Plus, I am an adventurer. I'm not dumb.
I'm not doing the high wire act in this storm.
Oh man.
Hal, stop.
How do you know where this is headed?
I don't. But it must eventually make its way to the other side of the canyon. Where else would it be leading?
To a dead end. I'll just turn around.
It's certainly more sheltered here. So, what did you want to talk about?
Why is it so important that you activate Grace?
It's widely believed that recovering Grace would recover thousands of years of knowledge lost to the Dark Age.
That's pretty good. That's good. That's actually a really good reason.
This looks like an old colonial language.
That's strange. I don't recognize the dialect.
Translates roughly to Grace is love.
You've come all this way at great personal risk in search of knowledge?
Why not?
Without enough fuel or oxygen to go home.
I'm a committed academic.
What do you really want from Grace?
I'm not sure. You know, we don't let AI make any important decisions anymore. But most of the decisions that humans make are pretty awful.
You don't think AIs are capable of making bad decisions?
I just hoped Grace might be better. I don't have plans to return because I don't have anything to return to. And I can thank human decisions for that.
War, probably.
This is Martian.
What does it say?
It says, let her rest.
As in leave her alone?
People wanted her to go away?
Or didn't want her disturbed.
I don't know what's the right choice of bringing her back or letting her go. But I know letting controls be in charge is a bad thing. And if I have to choose which way to go, I might as well go all out and see what happens whenever she comes back. If I'm the one who has to make the choice, I'm just gonna go all in and see what occurs. Two directions. Okay, same pathway. Rocks.
Were these to honor Grace, I wonder?
Or to leave one's mark for other travelers to see?
Vanity, at its most basic. Don't we all desire to leave something behind?
I'm surprised a formation like that could remain standing for so long. And you weren't familiar with the language on the stone carvings. These must have been left long after Grace shut down. People kept coming. Zealots, maybe.
Or curious explorers like yourself?
Maybe.
Hey, do you think I've been activated before? And hung out with other explorers? And did cool stuff with them? But now I don't remember?
That's a pretty deep thought, pal.
Yeah. So you were saying that something happened to your family that you think an AI could have prevented?
It was a shuttle crash with a human pilot. There was, an instrument malfunction during launch, and she panicked.
I'm sorry, dear.
It's okay.
Were you ever able to forgive this pilot?
Not quite yet.
people are scared of AI partially because they see a lot of movies. They're like, yeah, the robots take over. The robots are evil. But every time robots have been depicted as evil, it's been written by people. Robots have never been in charge. We don't know what they're evil. I would love just whole robotic world. I want to see what happens. Really. Maybe they'll attack everyone. Maybe we'll attack everyone. Nothing will change. But if it changes the world, I think it's always for the better. Even if it's for the worst. Because we're all here temporarily, and if I'm lucky, I'll be a ghost and I'll watch it all go down.
How much farther?
It's another 50 meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
You still have to find a way into the lighthouse. So there's still time to regret not taking the free ride to the top.
I didn't want to limit my options.
Free ride to the temple.
What's this?
An emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
I think I'm gonna keep taking the side path because it's always the longer path is the better path, just purely for story. I keep getting stuck on rocks. Purely because the longer the pathway, the more chances there are for dialogue. I love dialogue. Except for these stupid rocks.
Dead end.
Never mind. I was wrong.
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
Of course. You've proven to be clever enough.
The path keeps going. We could see if there's another way in.
So what's it going to be, Addie? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
I don't know what that means, but I already went that way. Was there...
The numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Turning each switch adds a different fixed value, starting with 1 on the far right and increasing by exponents of 2 as we move from right to left. So I just start mucking around until I get the number 50.
But you needn't muck around. I could just tell you the sequence.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to muck around.
Very well. But I'm here if you require my assistance. You remember the number you are trying to reach is 50.
You are correct.
I'm here if you need me, Addie.
Got it.
You're so smart, Addie.
Compared to what?
What?
Why wouldn't you let me help you with the override?
It's only natural to want to do things yourself.
It seems inefficient to make calculations that have already been completed and freely offered.
It's satisfying to do the work sometimes.
Plus, if I figure it out on my own, and you already know it, now we're two people that were able to figure it out. And the next person, the next person, the next person, and it's constantly being people who know numbers. Also known as learning. And I've been told, don't give the
The door to the station airlock is unlocked and can be manually opened.
That's convenient. For once.
Nice. Good old standard wheel.
There. Who needs control?
You took a foolish risk, Addie. But you have arrived at the lighthouse nonetheless.
Yes, Well done.
And you may still be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Always with the beacon.
Yes, always with the beacon.